Who saw this coming? Massive news today for all the nerds, neckbeards, and everyone in between. Elon Musk to launch a new video game studio powered by AI through his AI startup, XAI. Check out this post on X. Too many game studios that are owned by massive corporations. This is true. XAI is going to start an AI game studio to make games great again. This was in response to a post from Billy M2K, who said, "I don't understand how game developers and game journalism got so ideologically captured. Gamers have always been trolls, anti-greedy corporations, and anti-BS. Gamers have always rejected dumb, manipulative BS and can tell when someone is an outsider or a poser. Why lean into the BS?" It's a great post, by the way. I don't play a lot of games, but those I do play, I play the shit out of. And even from my limited experience of just playing a handful of games over the last decade, I've noticed the woke mind virus beginning to infiltrate. And Musk's point about large corporations owning a lot of gaming studios is absolutely right. And if they've got their own DI agenda or this, that, and the other, you end up with some terrible... I mean, I'm not going to name specific games, but recently played a game which was recommended to me. I get to the character select screen and it's like, choose your character and it's like male, female, zing, zong, zang, ding. And I'm like, what? Bro, come on, let me just play my fucking game. Leave me alone. Now, this is going to be a massive disruption. And I mean massive. Let me say that again. Massive. Musk previously spoke many years ago about the fact that he actually thought about being a video game developer. And he thought, it's not going to be the most useful thing. So next minute he goes and does SpaceX and Tesla and blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? Full circle moment. This is actually happening. Now think about this. A Musk-led company in any industry is going to be just enormously disruptive. You do not want to be competing. And importantly, an AI-driven video game company is going to cause so much disruption by using AI-powered tools to produce incredibly high-quality, unique content with a fraction the headcount of a typical bloated video game studio. By the way, guys, if anyone wants to learn a little bit more about some of the gaming industry, there's a bunch of audiobooks that have been written, including most recently Play Nice by Jason Schreiner. There's another one too, Masters of Doom by David Kushner. I think, Masters of Doom. Fascinating reads. Now, it might take time, but bro, this is going to be an enormous disruption. Every studio out there is going to be shitting themselves if they've got any sense. Now, I don't think people are really going to appreciate the impact here, but gaming is massive. One of my top 3 all-time video games, Elden Ring, has sold over 25 million copies. And these are big budget projects, at least they were. Some of the AAA tier video games, typically with a development budget in the hundreds of millions, in some cases getting toward $1 billion development budget. Bonkers. And you know what this means from the one true narrative point of view, right? There are unfathomable numbers of completely left-hearted, and I mean just gone, people working in the video game industry today. Absolutely gone. There's a lot of dead weight, a huge amount of waste, and developing games is an extremely complicated, and I mean extremely complicated project. Again, if you guys want to learn more, read some of the books that have been specifically written on this process. I've read a bunch of them. Quite interesting. To figure out everything, how many people you need to hire, the timing of the project, all the different pieces, how they fit together, and then actually make a great game and not go over budget, it's just unfathomably complicated. Imagine what happens when somebody with a track record of doing very complicated things better than the rest of the industry combined in record time is also able to leverage AI to get 100 or 1,000 times return on capital. This is going to be crazy. We can see on screen now some of the world's largest video game companies. Now, for those who are wondering why the hell is Microsoft on this list, they acquired Activision Blizzard. So it's not completely portraying just a video game exclusive company, but Nintendo, right? Close to $100 billion market cap. EA is up there, 65 billion. Take-Two, 50 billion. Roblox, 50 billion. You get the point. These are some big ass companies in a massive disruption about to take place. Now, I could pretend to be shocked about this announcement, but I already knew. No, but actually, you want some receipts? Okay, here's a receipt. Here's a DM I sent to somebody back in August. By the way, Elon has a new startup idea. It's an AI-powered video game company, e.g. using AI to generate content, dialogue, etc. Heard him mention it on a Diablo 4 stream that like 12 people watched, including me. It all happens in the DMs. And believe it or not, there is actually a Tesla connection here. Tesla are about to solve autonomy. So what do you do in a Tesla when you don't need to pay attention and be a driver? Well, there's a gigantic fucking screen in the vehicles, right? You can play games. Now, going back to the earlier point, because this disruption is going to be so massive, because the woke mind virus has thoroughly penetrated many working in the video game industry, now they're going to legitimately see a massive threat to their livelihoods because a company with brilliant engineers powered by AI and an incredible leader who has a track record of doing exceptional things on what appears to be a shoestring budget in record time relative to the rest of the industry, is about to massively shake things up. Bro, this is going to be epic as fuck. And one final thing, don't assume this is going to be a little side project. Bro, with enough time, there's definitely a strong probability, almost an inevitability, that xAI's video game studio could grow to become the largest video game developer in the world with a fraction the headcount of a typical game studio. Dude, I'm so fucking pumped for this. Now, I know not everybody watching is a gamer, but video games are big business. And there's a massive bottleneck. It takes years, sometimes the better part of a decade, even more sometimes, to actually develop a high quality game. That's so long. The cadence for new releases. This is why I say earlier, right? I don't play that many games. I'd just rather wait for a 9 or a 10 out of 10 game, play the fuck out of that, and then just ignore everything else. I can count on one hand the number of games I've played and really enjoyed probably in the last decade. In fact, let's do it now. Zelda, Breath of the Wild, 2017, plus the follow-up, Tears of the Kingdom, 2022, maybe even 23. Elden Ring, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Diablo 4. That's the whole fucking list. 10 years. Those are the only bangers I've played. Now, I did enjoy Baldur's Gate 3 for a little bit, and then I got bored and just never finished it. But those 5, that's it. They take so long to develop and so much money. Just imagine the pace of innovation. Oh man, dude, I'm so pumped for this. There's probably 0 people watching, but just in case you don't know, Elon Musk is a very avid gamer. Not only that, but extremely competitive. One of the world's best Quake players back in the day, and more recently, absolutely crushing it in Diablo 4. He posted this back in October, just over a month ago, clearing a T50, tier 150 pit in Diablo 4 in 4 minutes and 11 seconds. An incredibly fast time. I noticed then and posted. This would have placed him within the top 30 globally. This was the same time he was campaigning. He's in Pennsylvania, a million things going on at the exact same time in between Starship launches. And this motherfucker, one of the world's best Diablo players. By the way, Diablo has well over 10 million players. Not everyone's competing, right? But just think about that. This is not a guy you want to bet against. Speaking of, when I posted this, Elon said, oh God, I noticed you're ahead of me. And this was the point I knew I had fucked up. I responded, I'll enjoy it while it lasts. And it was true at the time. I was briefly ahead of the guy. It didn't last. He did overtake me. Now, to bring this back to Tesla, since almost everyone watching this channel owns Tesla stock. Tesla investors have previously floated the idea of Tesla, the company, investing in xAI. Musk has responded that it would need to be voted on from the board, but definitely possible. So we are likely to have a vote on this at some point. xAI, last I recall, is valued almost $50 billion already. And if xAI is starting a video game studio that itself would grow to be one of the biggest, if not the biggest in the world, then that alone could become more valuable than xAI today's current valuation. Dear Tesla, please, you got to invest in xAI now, bro. Back in July, when I polled my audience on X, how much should Tesla invest in xAI? The majority of people voted for $6.9 billion. A distant second place was $5 billion. And just over 10% saying that they shouldn't invest at all. Had Tesla fast-tracked this investment, we would already have seen our, call it $6.9 billion, double approximately to nearly $14 billion. On screen now, xAI's valuation, just before I posted this poll, most recent raise, May 26, 2024, $24 billion valuation. November 20th, same year, raised more money, now a $50 billion valuation. So please, Tesla, let us vote on this, let's approve this, and let's get this fucking investment done now, as opposed to at $250 billion or $500 billion. Thanks very much. And to be clear, this has been discussed since November 2023. Jason DeBolt and Dave Lee having some exchanges about Tesla potentially investing in xAI. Musk saying that he'll discuss it with the Tesla board. I explained at the time it's an absolute no-brainer. By the way, the alternative, you guys have to understand, not investing, is to keep this predominantly in cash, eroding due to inflation. And again, that $6 or so billion, maybe $7, between May and November this year is worth a little bit less than it was if it's held in cash, or could have doubled. So number one, are you guys pumped for this new video game startup? And two, if you're a Tesla investor, do you support Tesla investing in xAI? And if so, how much? P.S. Tesla, please, we've got to vote. Please, let us vote. You know what? I'm going to post something on X now. I need to take some action. All right, post made. And with that, I'm out of here. Want more content? Early access? Bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 is awesome. I've been taking it daily now for more than 3 years. It's a great way to fill in nutritional gaps. It's packed full of vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients, plus has prebiotics, probiotics, and adaptogens to improve gut health, regularity, and help your body handle stress. I'm always looking for an edge to help me feel and perform my best, which is why I haven't missed a day of AG1 for more than 3 years. Just try it and see how you feel. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs. This is what viewers of the channel had to say after trying AG1. I feel like I have a lot more energy since I started on AG1. Just got my AG1 in the mail. Legit feeling the effects after day 3. 3 months ago, I started AG1 and have been enjoying the evenness of alertness and energy that lasts the day. I just started the wife on it too. Are you convinced yet? I mean, hey, it's worth trying, right? Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR, or I can keep going. This viewer, after about a month on AG1, definitely a lack of fatigue in the afternoon. Pleasant side effect is that my coffee intake has imploded and is almost down to 0. One more? Yeah, why not? I honestly feel younger and will be continuing to use AG1. This stuff really is crazy good. I didn't think it would be, but this stuff is awesome. It really is what everyone is saying. One more? Don't mind if I do. I've just received my 3rd month supply. I've drank it every day. I have so much energy throughout most of the day. I'm productive, started a new business, started socializing, refurbished a boat. It's no coincidence. Thank you for your persistence, your integrity, and your insights. Now look, these are not my words. These are not my testimonials. This is what you guys and girls are saying. Maybe it's 100% placebo effect. But even if that's the case, I think it's money well spent. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs.